This poster presentation invites instructors to see transparency and inclusion in a new light, how the integration of tech tools and platforms can lead to a greater engagement and the inclusion of our diverse learners. Each slide comes with hyperlinked additional information, grading rubrics, student samples, and assignment templates. Just one hands-on workshop held by Winkelmus in 2017 was insightful enough for me to put the pieces in my head together about the issues I had been desperate to solve in my courses. What am I missing when I assign tasks? By then, I had been teaching online classes for several years, and I knew how to design assignments in an accessible and detailed way. Yet, her exact research-based tips made me realize what was still missing. You really only need to revise one assignment to get it and never look back. Be intentional as you design an assignment. How? With these three components of any task made clear and visible to all learners. The second component, the how, will be the most crucial of all. Assignment description and directions need to be organized, detailed, communicated in numerous ways, and modeled. When integrated mindfully, technology can effectively boost the cognitive skills of our learners by providing greater access to course material and the retention of it. Tech tools by nature are constantly in flux, requiring learners and teachers to adapt to the upgrades. Some will be discontinued, some will become obsolete. However, as lifelong learners, we are here to embrace the change and constantly seek what works best to ensure that all the learners are able to participate and complete our courses with success. Technology should not drive our assignments, but assist with them. This poster focuses on 9 teaching tips that can easily be implemented in your courses. There are some Chrome extensions or assistive tools that should be used routinely by now. Learners come with different abilities. Why not ask them to try them out and have them report back to you? Before asking the learners in your course to demonstrate their skills or content knowledge with mind maps, always consider the learning objectives and outcomes of the given task. Look at the pros and cons of mind mapping and be sure that this is a good potential tool. This can also be just one of many ways learners may demonstrate their understanding. Similarly to mind maps, sketchnoting one-pagers allows learners to demonstrate skills creatively. This could be a required form to complete an assignment or one of the options offered to learners. It is worth requiring it at least once so that they try it out. Mind maps, sketchnoting one-pagers, and infographics can be simply hand-drawn or created with online tools. There are multiple user-friendly tools online. While sketchnoting is a learning process that students do alone, mapping and creating infographics can be done collaboratively as a pair or group effort. Metacognition is still underestimated and underused. Yes, it means that instructors have to build additional small tasks and grade them, but they will allow the learners to plan the major assignments, think about strategies, and evaluate their learning. Following this 4-step process can take learners through the metacognitive learning process. The assessment of participation in person and online needs to be transparent. Collecting participation cards is one effective way. Allowing students to participate orally and in a written form at the same time by using Padlet or a shared class Google Docs will increase participation. Discussions are a tricky business. Therefore, they must be carefully crafted. When designing a class discussion in pairs, groups, or open class, instructors must be clear about the why, the how, and the what. Going through these 4 stages will create transparency and allow for all the learners to contribute. Podcasting is a task that students can do alone, in pairs, or in groups. It can be a form of discussion, literature review, or an oral form of such analyses as problem solution, rhetorical, argumentative, or critical response to a prompt. It is worth looking at the pros and cons to ensure that this is a good way for the learners to reach the learning objectives. Without certain basic skills, discussions, podcasting, and participation might be impossible. Extensive reading is unavoidable to form or shape personal opinions. Note-taking does not have to be a solo act, and it can be a task that also teaches information literacy skills, and it can promote source integration skills. Student retention is key. To engage them, we need to provide options for them to creatively communicate and demonstrate their learned skills and content. Meeting students where they are requires instructors, professors, educators to consider the role of creativity, diversity, to rethink their approaches to learning, and to reimagine their approaches to teaching, how they deliver content and how they require learners to demonstrate content skills and knowledge. Diversifying education is not just a K-12 issue. It needs to be explored and passionately promoted in higher ed as well. Throughout the process, instructors are and will be intellectually challenged just as much as the students. Let's continue exploring how technology can help. This task should not be done alone. Faculty learning circles were created for this exact purpose. We need compassionate collaboration and a platform to share resources and insights.